What's up, y'all? This is Relly, y'all, back on another video. Yes, and today is a great day, a spectacular day. You might be asking why, and I don't know why you don't know why, but if you do, I will be telling you that the Golden State Warriors has finally agreed to trade DAngelo Russell to Minnesota Timberwolves for Andrew Wiggins and first round pick and a second round pick, and there's probably some other picks in there. It's probably not, but long story short, the Minnesota Timberwolves has DAngelo Russell. Yes. You might be asking, what is so great about this trade? Is because the Minnesota Timberwolves has been consistent, has been persistent on trying to land DAngelo Russell on the Minnesota Timberwolves, and now they have officially been granted with their wishes. They have finally been rewarded for being persistent. They have finally been rewarded for being patient, and now they have DAngelo Russell alongside Karl Anthony Towns. You say, all right, I understand you seem like you're enjoying that DAngelo Russell thing with Karl Anthony Towns. Yes, the reason being is because now you can truly see what Karl Anthony Towns really got up his sleeve. Now you can see what DAngelo Russell finally got up his sleeve, because let it be told, their play styles literally match each other, because DAngelo Russell's a pick and roll player, Karl Anthony Towns like the pick and roll player. He can pick and pop, and it makes it so diverse for their team. Now, fantasy world, they can somehow get Devin Booker, even though that would be a huge long shot, because Devin Booker is on a different course right now in his career, and you would probably have to give up 1,001 pieces just to land him. But to be more exact and to get to the point at hand, the Minnesota Timberwolves is looking brighter. Their future is looking so much brighter because they have a star that they can legitimately build around, alongside with a star that they've been building around with, and they can finally position their team to try to get into the playoffs. Now, for the Golden State Warriors case, they have made a great trade themselves. Now, a lot of people understand that I do not like Andrew Wiggins. I feel like Andrew Wiggins is overrated. But now Andrew Wiggins would not have to be in the same role that he was originally posted in Minnesota. He's not going to be someone listed as a first option. He's not going to be someone expected to be the second option. He more than likely won't even probably be expected to be the third option. And that is great for a player like Andrew Wiggins. You say, why? Because the expectation for him to be a great player is now dwindled. Now, does he still got to put up some great numbers, consistent numbers? Of course. But when you have Steph Curry coming back, you have Draymond there, and you have Klay Thompson there, your role on the Golden State Warriors is not to fill the shoes of Kevin Durant, but to fill in that position of being someone who can play defense as well as get them stops, while being in positions to catch and shoot at will, and give them another identity to be an ISO scorer, which would be a lot more effective when you have two snipers on the court at the same time as you, as well as them getting picks, which allows them to have even more chances if they don't feel like the trade was right for them, to actually draft a new nucleus or draft more bench pieces to complete their roster to their identity. Now, you might be asking me, did anybody in this trade get robbed? Me personally, no. The reason being, you have to start with the Warriors. The Warriors got a small forward, a wing player that can play in an ISO situation.
Have you ever had a dream that you
could fulfill the shoes of a defensive identity, or give them more defensive identity to the team? Now, is he considered the best defender? No, but when it comes to a one-on-one situation, he could hold his own to a degree, as well as giving them an ISO identity like he is known and what he was doing in Minnesota. Probably not to the same extent, because he wasn't as consistent, but I think that is all subject to change now, like I said before, because you have two snipers on the three-point perimeter, which allows you to attack the basket a lot more frequently, because the attention to detail is so much more on Klay Thompson and Curry, that now when you ISO, they have to literally gamble and say, do we want to double you or do we want to double them? And 9 times out of 10, they're going to double the shooters because they are so lethal. Now, in the perspective of Minnesota got a star that is so young, that literally fits perfectly with Karl Anthony Towns' playstyle. You say, how is that? Like I said before, the pick and roll and pick and pop situation will be fantastic. Now that they have a player and a point guard that can fulfill the shoes that they've been waiting for so many years, they can finally make a run for the playoffs. They can make a legit run to get into the offs. Now, are they complete now in Minnesota? No. Do they need to get more pieces? Of course. But when you have these two stars in your arsenal, it makes the road to get there so much easier. So, with that being said, if you like today's video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And do not forget to hit that notification bell for more amazing content, because we are on the grind, the official grind to 150 subscribers, because we are trying to hit that goal. And I know with y'all, I can hit that goal of 150 subscribers. So, with that being said, Ghosts.